Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee with Lisa. I'm spiritual coach Lisa Hopp. It is Sunday, September 18th, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you are well. If you are new to my podcast, please be sure to check out my website at lisahopp.com for all about my work, my upcoming events, how to schedule an appointment. One can be scheduled through telephone and Zoom if you are not in the New Jersey area. So please check it out. And also, if you are on YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. I also have a business page on Facebook under Lisa M. Hopp, Spiritual Coach and Medium. Please go there and follow as well for just an update on upcoming events. And I try Monday through Friday to do inspirational, truthful posts to serve. And so I was checking my microphone to serve. So please go there. I am also on Instagram too, under Spiritual Coach Lisa Hopp. And I think that's it. Oh, I am on TikTok. I am due to post on TikTok. Sometimes life gets away from me, and I am a one-man operation right now. So, but of course I'd be just posting me. But yes, I am on there as well under Lisa Hopp. Welcome, welcome. Today's topic. I just need to emphasize today to tell you the truth. And that is that you are made in the image and likeness of your Creator. I received a validation of that recently myself through a wonderful story of a nurse named Penny who found herself in a situation where she had a near-death experience. And during her near-death experience, she was taught many things about her purpose on earth, why things happened, how things would be in her future, but most especially, she was told that the DNA that it was within our body, that's often referred to as junk DNA because it has no connection to proteins, it seems to have no purpose. Scientists are trying to figure it out, researching it, probably still today. That DNA, she was told, was actually God within us. The matter of God. The energy of God. It's not just spiritual. It's not just something told in the Bible. It is a truth. And that's just an awe. Imagine that. You have a higher source energy within you. I knew that. I knew that in my ability to be able to do healing. That there was a higher source energy within me that I could tap into. It's the energy that Jesus tapped into to heal. And many other great healers. It is there. It has access to us. We have access to it. It is not outside of us. It is not separated from us. And many of us are taught that. We are taught that we are separate from God. That we are separate from that energy. And that we are separate actually through being sinners. And that we have to behave ourselves and hope that we are welcomed into heaven to become one with that energy. But we are already one with that energy today. It is within us and it is all around us. And we are all connected to each other because of it and through it. Isn't that amazing? So how do you feel that? How do you connect into that part of you, that core of you? You intrepid listeners may know this answer already. Stay centered in the moment. Stay in the present. and live from a place of love, kindness, gratitude. Feel that oneness in that moment. That oneness will be light. It will feel like the lightness of financial freedom, of wealth, of a healed diagnosis. It will feel like love. The way when you're feeling love for something and you feel the peace of it. And the serenity, the tranquility of being in your ideal sacred place. Maybe it's a lake or a mountain or the ocean. For many people, it's the ocean. And that calmness, that tranquility within, that balance. That is your connection to that part of yourself. That part of God. That core. And as much as you can stay there, stay there. Because we came into this world, and I'm going to cough one moment. If I apologize. It's a leftover. I was out last night. So the voice is, this is not pre-recorded. Well, it is, but it's not pre-recorded to before Sunday today. So I'm a little bit groggy. But what I was saying is when you can stay centered there, your life rolls for you much better. And also, it grows your capacity to love. And that's so important. We don't, as I went to say, we came into this earth to step into the physical body, which would be a challenge for us. That would distract us away from seeing each other as the lighted beings that we are. That we would have to deal with our senses and our ego, our fears, our 3D materialistic view. We came here because we knew that all of that would help us grow. But it also helps us oftentimes to suffer more than we need to. Being in the present moment and being connected to your God source, to the God within you, it takes away suffering. It brings that bliss. It brings that calmness. And so when we deal with things that can happen in our earth life, if we're in that present moment, we come to understanding of it much quicker. And it also has the ability to bounce off of us much better. We can deal with it better. We're stronger. I see it sometimes written, and I'm paraphrasing, that the greatest issues we have to go through, the greatest challenges we have to go through, only make us stronger. But we have to be very careful not to expect it, because we don't want to manifest issues, problems. We just want to, yes, understand that when they pop up, there's a purpose. We can grow from them. We can make them a purpose if we're attracting them. Because we do put out a vibration of energy that comes back to us and often multiplied. So we want to make that as great as possible. But back to your energy within. You are God in human form. And I do not say that. I say that very comfortably today. But if you were to have me say that to you when I was younger, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I wouldn't have said that comfortably to you because of the programming that was in me, that I was small, that I was a sinner, that I was separate, that I'm not worthy. I say easily to you today that I am a God in walking form and you are a God in walking form. All of the people that you come across in your life are God in walking form. And some of them are a form of a higher master in walking form, such as a Jesus, or perhaps a being like a guardian angel. That is why it is said, be careful when you're entertaining. They may be angels. We've seen recently how people can treat each other. Almost, well, we've seen through history, a dehumanizing factor, haven't we? Those were God in human form, and we treated them as less, some of us. It is sometimes difficult to feel positive towards another human being when they don't wish to be kind, when they wish to be divisive, when they wish to be filled with hate, when they wish to be very selfish. I have learned, no matter who they are, to view them as God would view them. Now, God, by the way, can be universe, source, Yahweh, Allah. There are very names for that, a lot of names for that highest energy that is within us all. So please know that. I was raised to call that energy God. And I know that energy is male and female. It is all. It is the whole. But I tend, when speaking, to refer to energy as he because of how I was naturally raised. But it is truly all the same. I have learned, no matter what, to try and live my life as that energy. Meaning, no matter who it may be, a world leader, down to an unkind person in a store, we must be unconditional, like a perfect parent would be unconditional towards their child, not in an arrogant, looking down way, but just understanding that everybody has a story. And while that doesn't excuse behavior or take away consequences of actions, that's the energy. What you put out, you get back. There should be expected consequences for actions. But we can still look upon someone with the energy of God within. And we are all have to deal with our human body, so you cannot be perfect about it. Well, I suppose you can be, but that would, make you very high in your energy, like a spirit guide. Or yes, like a Jesus. We can all rise to that. It's a daily process to rise to that, to really be good at it. But more and more, see what you can do You don't have to say, you don't have to, for instance, work on forgiveness of others, but you don't have to let them off the hook. Be kind to the person who is unkind to you, but that doesn't mean you have to settle or take it. You have to take care of yourself. It means not calling names, not putting angry posts on social media, name calling, bashing. That's going against, that's denying your God within. Even if you feel, and you may be very right, that a person has it coming, what happens is, and hear me clearly with this, when you bash another, when you name call another, when you feel just, even if you don't do that and you just feel anger towards another or rage towards another, not only are you harming you, but you're harming them. It's a lose-lose for both of you. You impact their life for the worse. You don't change them for the better by being angry with them, by having rage towards them. You impact their life for the worse, and you do it to yourself too. Most likely giving yourself health conditions or stifling your wealth, hurting your relationships. No one's getting off scot-free. So that God energy would say to us, and that God energy within us knows, that we are to serve each other to the best of our abilities, that we are to see our soul and our light within, and focus just on that, and milk it, milk it, milk it. That doesn't mean they have to be in your life. It doesn't mean you have to allow them to abuse you. It is a little bit of turning the other cheek at times, but it is really about understanding that all of us are made in the image of likeness of God, and to honor each other that way. There was a great example, and it may stoke a reaction within you to use this example, but it's a good example. We've had migrants coming into this country that are seeking asylum. One did not see them as human, one side. Didn't really feed them, put them in transportation, sent them away, didn't tell them a lot of the time where they were going, looked down on them. They're not human. And then they're sent. Just this week was the story, being sent to a state in Massachusetts. And the townspeople welcomed them, fed them, took selfies with them, made sure they were clothed. One side saw them for the God within them. One side saw them, I guess, as a piece of meat. There's been some aspect of that all through history. Things like this will keep happening until we come to understand that everyone is a form of God. Every single person is a form of God, even if you think it's the most evil. There is a lesson there. There is growth there. There is an example there for us. As you walk each day on this earth, walk around like the God or goddess that you are. And just smile at the fact there's another that you're running into. And when they are not their God selves or their goddess selves, that is their inner child projecting. That is their hurt, that is their pain, that is their anger. Be strong, be kind. Be your highest self. And watch your environment. When we live from a highest energy, we attract the highest energy. And also, a win here. When you are not allowing your lower self to deal with them, anger, violence, name-calling, bashing, when your highest self, feeling it inside, you can't fake it, is prominent, you help to change them. It is the only way to change them, is to only come from a place with them of wanting the best for them, being kind, being grateful for whatever they brought to you, being grateful just for your life as you interact with them. Remember, the lose-lose or the win-win. You cannot change another by treating them with lack of love and not with the light that they have. You can only change them by seeing them with that light, even if it's very dim, with the light that they have. Anyone. It is hard sometimes. There are people in this world who do not care if they harm us, and sometimes they intentionally try to harm us. You don't have to do it. By the way, it's not supposed to be done verbally. It's about a feeling. Verbally is, we think, if we say it, it's like an apology that we know the person doesn't mean. You want to work on the inside, and that God source within you, that DNA, that purity. If you've got that going on, it doesn't matter what you say and what you do, as long as you are not talking in a harmful way. And you can also let go of someone with love. Sometimes we're supposed to. The way to change someone is to give them your highest self. Even if it's a second, or months or years. I hope that was incredibly clear today. And it works in everything. It's not the big stuff. It's the small stuff too. When you walk into a store, when you're on the phone with a telemarketer, when someone comes to your door and you don't want them to solicit, but there they are, they're just trying to earn a living, you can kindly send them away. How you treat others speaks to how you feel about yourself. Treat yourself like the God and God is within you, and treat others as the God and God is within them. It will work miracles in your life. It will work miracles. And then you'll notice something I've noticed myself. When I'm out and about in the world, people want to be kinder to me. You'll see a vibe around you. I'll go in to get into a line and people want to let me up in line, and it confuses me because it's not like I have 3 items and they have 25 and that's why they're doing it. Sometimes I have more than them. They want me to go ahead of them, and I'll even say, well, why? They'll say, because I just want to. People just want to hand you more. You might get greater deals than you did before. You might find that someone just wants to send you an Amazon in the mail or delivery. And you don't know why, but you just want to. They're responding to your vibration. They're responding to you. So you have to receive. You have to receive. Don't say no. Give, receive, give, receive. It's the abundant flow. You may also find out that someone just leaves your life all of a sudden. And you're like, where'd they go? They were honoring your vibration. We have to go with the flow. What leaves is really meant to be replaced by better. It's always supposed to be about upgrades. Though we don't always give ourselves that gift. That's very true. You may also find that you get more negative energy around you at first as you tap into your God within. That's just people not ready to change. They're responding to it though, and it will be very temporary. Just keep being you. Keep doing you. And know there will be days when you can't do it, when you wake up cranky. Just don't live there. When we're tired, when we're feeling discomfort, it can be hard for us to be godly. Even Jesus had his moment on the cross. Allow yourself to feel it and then move forward. And with this greatness within, this God or Goddess within you, you are unlimited. If there's something in your life that isn't there right now, you are blocking it. Or it's just about to arrive. The physical is always last. Ask yourself clearly, what do I truly want for myself? And then notice, am I blocking it in some way? Do I think I don't deserve it? In some way. Try to get around that. Talk yourself out of it. And then watch. Because you have the ability to achieve whatever you would set your mind to. Your mind. Your subconscious mind. The doors and windows are open to you through who you are. You can have whatever you would ask for. And I mean that in the way of health, wealth, and love. Freedom. Happiness, joy. You can't go against a will. You can't have a person if they don't want to be had. But you are unlimited. Another thing to think about today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, a wonderful week. This week was an example, continued, of an honoring of the Queen of England. And what you hear a lot is about her. Yes, there are people that have an issue with monarchy, but we're talking about the person that was of kindness, gave her time, gave of service, was inclusive. We are asked to be our goddess within, our queen or our king for ourselves. Allow your highest self to come out. It is very worth it. Thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you are on YouTube. Again, on Facebook under my business page, Lisa M. Hobbs, Spiritual Coach and Medium. Instagram, TikTok. Thank you again. Many blessings.